Welcome students, welcome to gas turbine lecture. In this lecture we will do some numerical related to practical or actual gas turbine cycle. So let's start. So in the first numerical it says that in a gas turbine power plant air enters the compressor at 1 bar 7 degrees Celsius. It's compressed to 4 bar with an isentropic efficiency of 82%. The maximum temperature at the inlet of the turbine is 800 degrees Celsius. The isentropic efficiency of the turbine is 85%. The calorific value of fuel is 43.1 megajoule per kg. The heat loss are 15% of all calorific value. Calculate the following: compressor work in kilojoule per kg, heat supplied in kilojoule per kg, turbine work in kilojoule per kg, net work in kilojoule per kg, thermal efficiency, air fuel ratio, and specific fuel consumption in kilowatt hour, and the ratio of compressor work to turbine work. And finally, assume Cp of air as 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and gamma for air is 1.4. Cp of gas as 1.147 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and gamma of gas is equals to 1.33. Okay, so let's start. So since we know that the compressor work T1 to T2 dash T1 to T2 dash is the reversible adiabatic process. So from this relation we can find out the value of T2 dash. So T2 dash is equals to T1 into P2 by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So by substituting the value of T1, that is 280 Kelvin, and P2 by P1, the P1 is 1 and P2 is 4, so P2 by P1 is 4 to the power gamma value of air is 1.4 given here. So we get 0.2857. So the value of T2 dash is 416.1 Kelvin. Now the value of T2, so from the efficiency relation we get the value of T2 equals to T1 plus T2 dash minus T1 by eta C. Eta C is the efficiency of the compressor, and the compressor efficiency is given as 82%. So by substituting this value we get the value of T2 is 446 Kelvin. Okay, so now the compressor work is Cp of air into T2 minus T1. Okay, so this is a TS diagram. So 1 to 2 dash is the reversible adiabatic process and 1 to 2 is the irreversible adiabatic process. This is the compression work process. So 2 to 3 is the combustion process. Again 3 to 4 is the irreversible adiabatic expansion process, and 3 to 4 dash is the reversible adiabatic expansion process. This is the turbine process, and 4 to 1 is the exhaust. So the compressor work is 166.83 kilojoule per kg of air. So now the heat input. The heat input value is Q equals to Cpg, Cp of gas, into T3 minus T2. So by substituting the Cpg and T3 and T2 value, we get Q equals to 719.17 kilojoule per kg of air. Now again, for in case of turbine work, in case of turbine expansion, T4 dash, the value of T4 dash is equals to T3 into P4 by P3 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma, because T3 and T4 dash, this process is connected by the reversible adiabatic process, is a turbine work process that I have told earlier. So the T4 dash value is becomes 7 60.7 Kelvin. Now from the turbine efficiency relation we get the T4 value. Okay, this one is the T4 dash value and this is the T4 value. T4 equals to T3 minus eta T into T3 minus T4 dash. So the T4 becomes 807.5. So the T4 value becomes 807.5 Kelvin. So now the turbine work. The turbine work is Cp of gas into T3 minus T4. Cp of gas into T3 minus T4. So that becomes 1.147 into T3 minus T4. So the turbine work becomes 304.53 kilojoule per kg of air. So the net work done is nothing but turbine work minus the compressor work. So the net work done that we get, that is 137.7 kilojoule per kg of air. 137.7 kilojoule per kg of air. The thermal efficiency is equals to net work done by the heat input by the compressor efficiency, because we have calculated the heat input as the ideal cycle heat input process. So that's why we have divided this heat input by the compressor efficiency. So the thermal efficiency becomes 16.3%. Okay, now it's in the question it's given that the 15% loss, the heat loss are 15% of the calorific value. So that's why we have done the m dot f into Cv into 1 minus 0.15, that is equals to the mass flow rate of air m dot a plus m dot f into q, the heat input. So the air fuel ratio, that becomes the 49.94. 49.94 is the air fuel ratio. Okay, so now the fuel consumption, specific fuel consumption, SFC. SFC is a specific fuel consumption. So specific fuel consumption is fuel consumed per hour by the net power. So the fuel consumed, that is m dot f, okay, into 3600 by m dot a into wn, the net work done. Okay, so we get the fuel consumption, the specific fuel consumption, that is equals to 0.524 kg per kilowatt hour. Okay, this is the again this specific fuel consumption that we have calculated, that is fuel consumption per kg of air, that we have calculated in hour. Okay, fuel consumption per kg of air in hour. Okay, so that's why m dot f into 3600 by m dot a into wn. So now the work ratio, compressor work by turbine work. So that is nothing but compressor is dealing with the air and turbine is dealing with the air and fuel. So that is nothing but the this is the compressor work per kg of air. So we have multiplied it with m dot a, the amount of air, by this is the turbine work into the amount of air and fuel. We have multiplied it amount of air and fuel. So that becomes 0.537. 0.537. In the next numerical, it says that the following data refer to a gas turbine set employing a regenerator. The isentropic efficiency of the compressor is 82%. Isentropic efficiency of the turbine is 85%. Mechanical transmission efficiency is 99%. Pressure ratio 7.1. Maximum cycle temperature 1000 Kelvin. Compression efficiency 79%. Calorific value of fuel is 43.1 megajoule per kg. the mass flow, air mass flow is 20 kg per second. Regenerator effectiveness 75%. The regenerator gas side pressure loss is 0.1 bar, and ambient temperature and pressure is 327 Kelvin and 1 bar. Okay, and another thing, it says that calculate the output, specific fuel consumption and overall thermal efficiency. Assume that the pressure losses in air side of regenerator and combustion pressure and the combustion chamber are accounted for the compressor efficiency. Compare these results with those obtained for same plant without regenerator and with regenerator but without pressure losses, and also comment on result, neglecting the effect of fuel mass addition in the heat balance in the combustion chamber, but include in the turbine calculation. So we have to eliminate the fuel effect in case of fuel calculation, but in case of turbine calculation we have to add the fuel amount. Okay, so in case of first case, that is with regeneration, we all know that the 1 to 2 dash, that is T1 to T2 dash, is the reversible adiabatic process. So from this process we can calculate the value of T2 dash, that is T2 dash equals to T1 into P2 by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So the value of T2 dash becomes 570.2 Kelvin, and from the compressor efficiency relation we can calculate the value of T2, that is equals to T1 plus T2 dash minus T1 by the compressor efficiency. So the T2 value becomes 327 plus 570.2 minus 327 by the compressor efficiency, that is equals to 623.6 Kelvin. Now the pressure P4, okay, P4 equals to P1 plus delta P, okay, because it is given that the generator side pressure loss is delta P as 0.1 bar, generator side pressure loss. So that's why P4 equals to P1, the ambient temperature or pressure, the 1 bar, plus the pressure loss 0.1, so that becomes 1.1 bar. So now from the reversible adiabatic process, that is the turbine process, T3, this point T3 to T4 dash, we can calculate the value of T4 dash. So that is T3 by P4 by P3 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So by substituting the value P4 by P3 1.1 and 7, and gamma value for is given as 1.4, that becomes 631.8, okay, 631.8, and the T3 value which is given, the maximum temperature is 1000 Kelvin. This is a 1000 Kelvin. This is the pressure value that we have already calculated, and this is the value of gamma minus 1 by gamma. So the T4 dash becomes 631.8 Kelvin. Now the T4 is equals to T3 minus eta T, T3 minus eta T into T3 minus T4 dash, T3 minus eta T into T3 minus T4 dash. So by substituting these values, T3 is 1000, eta T is 85%, and again T3 is 1000 and T4 dash is 631.8. So the T4 value becomes 687 Kelvin. This is the value of T4, 687 Kelvin. As you can see in this diagram, that is TS diagram, the 1 to 2 dash is the reversible adiabatic process, and 1 to 2 is the actual process, actual compressor process, that is irreversible adiabatic process. 2 to 5 is the compressor After compression, 2 to 5 is the heat exchanger process, and 5 to 3 is the combustion process. Okay, and again 3 to 4 dash is the ideal process, that is reversible adiabatic expansion process, and 3 to 4, this 3 to 4 is the irreversible adiabatic process, expansion process, and 4 to 1 is the exhaust. Okay, to calculate the value of T5, that is equals to T2 plus regenerator effectiveness into T4 minus T2. So regenerative effectiveness is given as 75%, so 0.75, and T2 value and T3 value, T4 and T2 value is already calculated. So the T5 becomes 671.2 Kelvin. Okay, now neglecting the effect of change in mass flow rate due to m dot f in combustion chamber, so the heat balance is given as the m dot f equals to Cv into eta of the combustion. Okay, eta of combustion is the combustion efficiency which is given, so that is equals to m dot a, the mass flow rate of air, into Cpg. Cpg is the Cp of gas, and T3 minus T5 is the combustion uh, temperature difference, the 5 to 3 process. So the value of mass flow rate m dot f becomes 0.18 kg per second, 0.18 kg per second. So now the net work done, that is turbine work done minus the compressor work done. The turbine, in case of turbine work done, that is the mass flow rate of air plus mass flow rate of fuel into Cp of gas into T3 minus T4, and in case of compressor work done, that is mass flow rate of air into Cp of air by the eta m. Eta m is the mechanical transmission efficiency. Okay, so that is this side into multiplied by T2 minus T1. So by substituting this value, we get the net work done. Net work done. So the net work done becomes 1222.96 kilowatt. 1022, 1222.96 kilowatt. Okay. So the specific fuel consumption SFC is equals to mass flow rate of fuel into we have converted it into hour, that is 3600, by Wn, the net work done per hour, that that's why we have divided by 3600. So mass flow rate of fuel, that is 0.18 into 3600 by the work done, net work done, so that becomes 0.53 kg per kilowatt hour. So the net efficiency, this is the net thermal efficiency, that is the net work done 1222.96 by, this is the mass flow rate of fuel 0.18 into the calorific value of fuel into 100. So that becomes the net thermal efficiency for with regeneration, that is 15.8%. Now we have to calculate the without regenerator effects. Okay, so the regenerator means the without heat exchanger. We have the P4 value, that is equals to 1 bar, that is equals to same as the P1. Okay, P4 equals to P1. So the T4 dash, that is equals to T3 into P4 by P3. So that becomes 617.1 Kelvin. P4 is 1 and P3 is 7. So the T4 value is same, similarly T3 minus eta efficiency, eta of turbine, that means turbine efficiency, into T3 minus T4 dash. So the T4 value becomes 674.5 Kelvin. Now the mass flow rate of fuel, that is equals to mass flow rate of air into Cp of gas into T3 minus T2 by Cv into combustion efficiency. So that becomes by substituting all this value, that becomes 0.207 kg per second, 0.207 kg per second. So now the net work done, that is turbine work minus compressor work. So that becomes 1522.37 kilowatt. Okay. So the specific fuel consumption, that is the mass flow rate of fuel, that is 0.207, that is in kg per second. So we have to multiply it by 3600, that is kg per hour. So by the net work done, that is 1522.37, that is in kilowatt. So the specific fuel consumption becomes 0.49 kg per kilowatt hour. Now the thermal efficiency. The thermal efficiency is the net work output, that is 1522.37 by the fuel consumption, or by the fuel flow rate, mass flow rate of fuel, that is 0.207 into the calorific value of fuel. So that becomes 17.06%. 17.06%. So this is the comparative study of with generator and without regenerator, with regenerator and without regenerator. So from this study we can easily find out the pressure ratio, that is P3 by P4 value, with pressure loss, and here it is without pressure loss. The temperature T4, the mass flow rate of fuel, the turbine work, the specific fuel consumption, and the thermal efficiency. So thermal efficiency with pressure loss, without pressure loss is 18.9, and with regenerator, and without regenerator and with pressure loss, without regenerator and pressure loss, the thermal efficiency is 17.06. Okay. So in this numerical, it says that the following data apply to a gas turbine set employed a separate power turbine generator intercooler between two-stage compression. The isentropic efficiency of compression each stage is 80%. The isentropic efficiency of compressor turbine is 88. Isentropic efficiency of power turbine is 88. The turbine to compressor transmission efficiency is 98. The pressure ratio in each stage of compression is 3:1. The temperature after intercooler is 297 Kelvin. The air mass flow is 15 kg per second. The regenerator effectiveness 80%. Regenerator gas side pressure loss is 0.1 bar. The maximum turbine temperature is 1000 Kelvin. Ambient temperature 327 Kelvin. Ambient pressure 1 bar, and calorific value is 43.1 megajoule per kg. So we have to calculate the net power output, specific fuel consumption, and overall thermal efficiency. Assume that the pressure losses in the air side of the regenerator and combustion chamber are accounted for in the compressor efficiency. Assume Cp of air is 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, gamma of air is 1.4, Cp of gas is 1.147 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and gamma of gas as 1.33. So in this figure, as you can see, the 1 to 7 dash is the reversible adiabatic compression process, and 1 to 7 is the irreversible adiabatic compression process. 7 to 8 is the intercooler process. Similarly, 8 to 2 dash is the adiabatic reversible compression process. 8 to 2 dash, and 8 to 2 8 this point to 2 is the irreversible adiabatic compression process. 2 to 5 is the heat exchanger process. Okay, 2 to 5. 5 to 3 is a combustion chamber process. Okay. 3 to 9 dash is the reversible adiabatic expansion process. This is the compressor turbine, and 3 to 9 is the irreversible adiabatic expansion process, compressor turbine process. And 9 to 4 9 to 4 9 to 4 is the expansion of irreversible adiabatic process through the power turbine, and 9 to 4 dash is the reversible adiabatic expansion process through the power turbine, and 4 to 6 is the heat exchanger process, 4 to 6, and 6 to 1 is the exhaust. Okay, so first find out the temperature at point 7 dash, that is by using this reversible adiabatic process, that is 1 to 7 dash, that is equals to T1 into P7 by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So T1 is 327, pressure ratio is 3, and gamma value is 1.4, so that becomes 0.2857. So that is the T7 dash is 447.6 Kelvin. Now the value of T7 is by using the compressor efficiency relation, we get T7 equals to T1 plus T7 dash minus T1 by compressor efficiency. So by substituting all these values, we get T7 equals to 477.8 Kelvin. 477.8 Kelvin. So the work done of the low pressure compressor is 15. 15 is the mass flow rate of air, and then Cp of air, that is 1.005, and the temperature difference, that is T1 to T7 dash, sorry, T1 to T7, T1 to T7. Okay, this is the T7 minus T1, T7 minus T1. So that becomes, this is the low pressure compressor work done, that is 2273.31 kilowatt. So again, the value of T2 dash, because T2 dash and 8, T2 dash and 8 is a reversible adiabatic process. So value of T2 dash is equals to T8 into P2 by P8 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. The pressure ratio is 3. So the T2 dash value becomes 406.5 Kelvin. 406.5 Kelvin. So now the value of T2. The value of T2 from the compressor efficiency relation, we get T8 plus T2 dash minus T8 by compressor efficiency. So T2 value becomes 433.9 Kelvin. Now the work done of the high pressure compressor, that is the mass flow rate into Cp into the temperature difference. Temperature difference means the T2 minus T8. T2 minus T8. Okay. So that becomes, this is the 2063.77 kilowatt. 2063.77 kilowatt is the high pressure compressor work done. Now the total compressor work done is the high pressure compressor work done plus the low pressure compressor work done. So that becomes 4337.08 kilowatt. Okay. Now the actual compressor work done, actual compressor work, that is equals to the ideal compressor work by the transmission efficiency. Transmission efficiency is given as 98%. So actual compressor work done is 4425.59 kilowatt. Okay. Now neglecting the mass flow rate, we can find out the work done for compressor turbine. So that is the mass flow rate of air into the Cp of gas into the temperature difference, that is T3 minus T9. This is a actual temperature difference by following the irreversible adiabatic process. So the T9 value, this is the T9 value becomes 1000 minus 4425.559 by 15 into 1.147. Here the value of T3 is the maximum temperature 1000. The work done, compressor turbine work done, is this 4425.59. The mass flow rate of air is 15 kg per second and Cp of gas is 1.147. So the value of T9 is becomes 742.8 Kelvin. Now by using the turbine efficiency relation, we get the T9 value, T9 dash value. So that is equals to T3 minus T9 by eta T, eta turbine efficiency, that is 1000 minus 742.8 by 0.88. So the turbine the T9 value, T9 dash value is become 707.7 Kelvin. This is the value of T9 dash. The temperature after expanding using the ideal expansion process or by following the reversible adiabatic process, the temperature after expansion is T9 dash equals to 707.7 Kelvin. Now the value of pressure at point 9, that is P9, is equals to P3 by T9 dash to the power gamma minus 1. So by substituting all these values, the P3 value is 9, T3 value is 1000, T9 dash value is 707.7, and gamma value is 1.4. So we get the P9 value as 2.234 bar. So by using this P9 value, we get the T4 dash value, that is T9 into P4 by P9 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So the T4 dash is equals to 623.1 Kelvin. So now again by using the turbine efficiency formula, that is T4 is equals to T9 minus eta T into T9 minus T4 dash. So we get this is the uh, temperature at point 4. That means the high pressure turbine outlet temperature by following the irreversible adiabatic expansion process. So that is 637.5 Kelvin. So the work output of the power turbine, that is W suffix Tp, is equals to the mass flow rate of air into Cp of gas into the temperature difference. That means T9 minus T4. This is the T9 value that we have calculated, and this is T4. So the work output of the power turbine is 1811.69 kilowatt. Now the specific fuel consumption. Specific fuel consumption SFC is equals to T5 equals to T2 plus effectiveness into T4 minus T2. Okay, so the value becomes the T2 value is 433.9, effectiveness is 80%, so 0.8 into 637.5 minus 433.9, so that becomes 596.8 Kelvin. Okay, now the mass flow rate of fuel, since the mass flow rate of fuel is equals to the mass flow rate of air into Cp of gas into the temperature regenerator temperature difference, that is T3 minus T5. Sorry, this is the combustion temperature difference, that is T3 minus T5 is the combustion temperature difference, T3 minus T5 by the calorific value. So by substituting these values, we get the mass flow rate of fuel is 0.161 kg per second. Now the specific fuel consumption is mass flow rate of fuel by the power turbine work output. This is power turbine work output. So this is the power turbine work output. Okay, so mass flow rate of fuel by the power turbine work output. So we get the mass flow rate of fuel is 0.161 kg per second. So that is by multiplying it 3600 we get kg per hour. So that is by 1811.7. So we get 0.32 kg of fuel per kilowatt hour. Now the thermal efficiency. Thermal efficiency is nothing but the thermal efficiency is the power turbine work output. Power turbine work output 1811.7 into 100 by the mass flow rate of fuel into the calorific value. The mass flow rate of fuel into calorific value, the denominator, and the numerator is the power turbine output work output. So that is equals to 26.1%. So the net thermal efficiency is 26.1%. This numerical says that gas turbine operating at a pressure ratio of 11.3137 produces zero net work output when 476.354 kilojoule of heat is added per kg of air masses. If the inlet air, the total temperature is 300 Kelvin and the turbine efficiency is 71%, find the compressor efficiency and the temperature ratio gamma equals to 1.4 and Cp equals to 1.005 for whole cycle. Okay. From this diagram, the actual cycle turbine diagram, gas turbine diagram, you can see that 1 to 2 is the compression process, 2 to 3 combustion, 3 to 4 is the expansion, irreversible adiabatic expansion, 4 to 1 is the exhaust. So since the net work output is 0, that means Wn equals to 0, we can simply write the temperature difference in compressor side is equals to the temperature difference in turbine side. Okay, so just assuming the Cp is to be constant. Okay, so we get T2 minus T1, that is equals to T3 minus T4. Okay, so by rearranging we can write T3 minus T2 is equals to T4 minus T1. So as we know that the T2 dash and T1, the T1 to T2 dash is the reversible adiabatic process. So we can write T2 dash by T1 is equals to P2 dash by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So the T2 dash value is becomes 300 into 11.3137 to the power the gamma value is 1.4, so 0.4 by 1.4, that becomes 600 Kelvin is the T2 dash. So from the turbine efficiency relation we get T3 minus T4 by T3 minus T4 dash, and again by the relation T3 and T4 dash, this is the adiabatic reversible adiabatic process. So we get T3 by T4 dash is equals to P3 by P4 dash to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So we get the T3 by T4 dash is equals to 2. Okay, so and in the question it is given that the heat added is 476.354 kilojoule per kg of air. So that is Cp into T3 minus T2, that is equals to 476.354. So T3 minus T2 becomes 474 Kelvin. So now from the turbine efficiency relation, that is we have already done in, that is eta T is equals to T3 minus T4 by T3 minus T4 dash. So from that relation we going to take common T3, so that is 1 minus T4 by T3, and from the denominator we get common the T4 dash, so we get T3 by T4 dash minus 1. So by substituting the value of T3 by T4 dash, that is 2, that we have already calculated, and we get the ratio of T4 by T3. So that is 0.645. 0.64. This is the ratio of compressor and turbine temperature ratio. And from the previous relation, that is in case of net work output is 0, we get T3 minus T2, that is equals to T4 minus T1, that is from this relation. Once again, that is from this relation, from this is the T1, and from this value, by substituting this T3 minus T2 value into this equation, by substituting this T3 minus T2 value into this equation, we get T4 is equals to T1 plus T3 minus T2. So that is T1 value is 300 plus T3 minus T2 value is 474, that is 774 Kelvin. So now by substituting this value, the T4 value, into this equation, substituting this T3 value into this equation, we get T3 equals to 774 by 0.645, that is equals to 1200 Kelvin. So this is the temperature ratio, maximum temperature to minimum temperature ratio. Small t is equals to 4. This is the temperature ratio, maximum temperature to minimum temperature ratio. And the value of T2 is 1200 minus 474, that is 726 Kelvin. So now the compressor efficiency is T2 dash minus T1 by T2 minus T1. So that is 600 minus 300 by 726 minus 300 into 100. So that becomes 70.4%. So that is 70.4%. This is the last numerical. Says that the efficiencies of the compressor and turbine of a gas turbine plants are 70.42% and 71% respectively. The heat added in the combustion chamber per kg of air is 476.354 kilojoule per kg. Find the suitable pressure ratio such that the work ratio is 0.0544. Also find the corresponding pressure ratio to the inlet temperature, to the inlet total temperature of air is 300 Kelvin. So this is the TOS diagram. So 1 to 2 is the compression process, 2 to 3 combustion, 3 to 4 turbine expansion, and 4 to 1 is the exhaust. So from the formula of work ratio, we know that the 1 minus C by T into 1 by eta T into eta C. So this C is nothing but the pressure ratio R to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma, and small t is the temperature ratio, maximum to minimum temperature ratio, that is T3 by T1. So the value of C by T, the work ratio is already given in the question. The value of efficiency T, eta T and eta C is already given, that is 70.42% and 71% already given. So the ratio of C by T is 0.4728. The heat addition is also given in the question, that is 476.334 kilojoule per kg is given. So from the relation of heat input, the combustion chamber relation, the Q equals to Cp of gas into T3 minus T2, that is equals to 476.334, and the value of T2 that we can calculate from the compressor efficiency formula, that is T2 is equals to T1 plus T1 by eta C into C minus 1. Okay, so by using this relation, that is the T2, this relation. That means we are going to substitute this T2 value into this equation. We have substituted this T2 value into this equation. So that is this is Cp of gas, CPG. This is CPG into T3. This value is T3. This is T3 minus T2 value is this. So this is the value of T2. Okay, that is T1 plus T1 by eta C into C. We have multiplied this T1 by eta C into this bracket. So T1 by eta C into C minus T1 by eta C. Okay, so we can write this is the value of Q, that is 476.334 by Cp of G. Okay, we have divided this value into here. Now we have multiplied this T1 in numerator and denominator. So T1 into T3 by T1 minus 1 plus 1 by eta C into 0.4728 into T. Okay, this value is this is the value of C. This value comes from this relation, that is C by T is equals to 0.4728. This value is comes from this relation. Okay, so this is the value of C minus 1 by eta C, because we have multiplied this relation with 1 by T. Okay, so the T1 value is getting cancelled out. So the T1 value is 300 and T3 by T1 is small t, the maximum temperature. T3 is the maximum temperature and T1 is the minimum temperature. So maximum by minimum temperature is T, and here we have substituted the value of efficiency, the compressor efficiency eta C value. So we get 415.286 is equals to 300 into T minus 1 plus 0.6714 T minus 1.42. So we get a linear equation of T, that is 1.384 is equals to 0.3286 T plus 0.42. So from this relation we have find out the value of T. T is the temperature ratio, that is maximum temperature to minimum temperature ratio. This is the temperature ratio. This value is T, small t value. This is, so this temperature ratio is 2.934. The temperature ratio value is 2.934. So the T3 by T1 equals to 2.934 and C by T is equals to 0.4728. So from these two relation we can find out the value of C. C is equals to 1.3872. Okay, by substituting the value of small t, this is the value of small t, into this equation, by substituting the value of small t into this equation, we get the value of small c. Small c is equals to 1.3872 and small c value is this Rp. Rp is the pressure ratio to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So that is equals to 1.3872. So from this equation we get the gamma value is 1.4. We get the value of Rp. Rp is the pressure ratio is 3.144. 3.144 is the value of pressure ratio. So in this lecture we have done some numerical on practical gas turbine cycle. Okay, so thank you.